I'm Caleb, I'm 24. I usually just do events here at the hub with the youth advisory. It's kind of, since everything that went on, that's kind of just what I do for fun. Kind of how I ended up at the shelter. I mean, it was not really knowing where I could or couldn't go, or somebody I felt comfortable calling for that situation, I guess. Was very down, kind of sporadic. I was kind of all over the place, and I just kind of like threw my head for a loop, not knowing what was next or what was going to come of the whole situation. Kind of just started coming to outreach help here upstairs, and then I met Kelly one day when I was just sitting in the lobby, and she kind of just pulled me in and come close with Kelly now. Every day I just, like, for me it was always, especially at the shelter, it was every day I'd come here, and it kind of made me feel like I had a comfortable space to come and sit, and the people around always made you feel welcome, and if you needed anything. I wanted to do this whole thing was because, like, there's a lot of, when I was at the shelter, it was a lot of people thinking that it's around drugs, and it's people are there because they're not doing what they need to do to get out of their situation or help themselves. And I got looked at very differently when I started staying there. But it's not all because of that. Like, there was lots of people I met that I'm now friends with from the shelter that don't do drugs, and they're not. Sometimes it's just you end up in a situation where you didn't really plan, or but you can't plan for it, but didn't really know what was going to happen, or sometimes just circumstances come up and it happens quicker than what people would think.
Well, I think that's kind of it's an important part of your experience is that a lot of people who decide to leave a relationship or a roommate or a living situation, they don't always know they're going to find themselves in a homeless situation.
Don't necessarily expect it.
Right. Yeah. I think that's something that,
That was when I first went. It was a hard 3 days to get used to the situation anyways. That was kind of a wake-up call big time being there. Didn't really think I'd ever be in that spot as much as I was having a hard time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. But I'm glad that the hub was able to kind of catch some of those things that you needed some support with. And
Don't really know where it would have ended up.
right. Yeah. We just wrapped around wherever we could, give you help.
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I thought about all that stuff.
Yeah. The reality is, though, I think, is that there is no quick fix, right? There's no quick spot for somebody to try and figure some things out. It's the shelter, really.
Yeah.
So you're stressed, but also it is stressful even as a service provider, knowing that the community doesn't exactly have a quick fix either. So helping you with some smaller things like food and connecting you, trying to get you connected about work so you can start to generate an income, all of those things. But
like, from my point of view, a lot of people beat themselves up and they think it's their own fault for being in that situation, and it not necessarily always is. They're just trying to look forward instead of looking back at what already happened.
I'm pretty impressed, though. I don't hear too many stories of success stories, and I feel like you're a success story, being able to find a place, get into that place. You pulled yourself out of homelessness, is what I was saying. Now you're on the youth advisory. I love that.